Thank you, James, for such a warm intro, and thank you, App Promotion Summit, for having us today. I'm really looking forward to our offline events and meetings because looking at the snowy landscape through my Moscow window, this is something I definitely would prefer to be in London now. So hopefully the next App Promotion Summit will be offline, fingers crossed. Okay, guys. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining our session. Today, we are going to cover a very exciting topic, which is it possible to acquire users to your project with zero marketing budget? And today, me and my wonderful co-host, Evgenia, who is also Jane, will definitely cover up this question. No spoiler alerts, please stick with us until the end, and you will definitely get the answer in this question. And as usual, there is a chat section somewhere on the right corner. So please feel free to ask us all the questions. We will definitely cover up them either during our presentation or in the end in the Q&A section. Also, please tell us where you're from, what company you work for right now, so we get familiar with the audience a bit. So I guess we can start now. And as a small intro, my name is Anna, and I'm working at AppFollow. I'm head of consulting department there. And for those who are probably not familiar what AppFollow is, we are an app management platform for app monitoring, analyzing, review processing, and of course, app store optimization. So we are kind of creating a one-window solution for app publishers to cover both marketing and reputation management areas. So to start with, of course, I'm 100% sure that you all are familiar with this variety of user acquisition channels that we are lucky to have now. Social media marketing, some own channels as email marketing, cross-promotion, offline activities like TV ads, banners across the streets. Everything these are user acquisition channels that we definitely use to acquire some customers to our projects. But today, we're going to focus more on this huge bundle that's most important in terms of app marketing area, which is ESO and paid user acquisition campaigns via ad networks, for example, Facebook, Google AdWords, Apple Search Ads, whatever. So the thing is that I'm working in the ESO industry for more than 5 years by now. And throwing back to the past, when I've just started my career, many things have happened. And besides these changes that we have in the ESO industry, I actually spotted a very exciting thing, which is the mobile marketing industry intent to the ESO is also changing. I will explain it right now. So many years ago, ESO was like a unicorn. No one actually saw it, and not everyone believed in it. We have something was happening inside the app stores. No best practices at all. Everything what ESO experts and managers were doing that time was an experiment. We were not sure whether this tactic will perform good or not. So we even had these blurred guidelines, like Apple and Google guidelines. And actually, personally, I think that the ESO community contributed a lot and helped Apple and Google Play develop these guidelines with those restrictions that we have now, like a case law, just kidding, but still probably there is a point. So the things are different now. As a quick example of how ESO approaches had changed, I will share with you some a greatest life hack we used to have before. In the App Store, there was no Arabian local a couple of years ago, and we as ESO managers used to use Australian local, which was indexed globally, worldwide. That time, we used Australian local to fill out with Arabian data to promote the products, the applications and games on this region. So currently, hopefully, we have this Arabian local as a separate one, so we are not it's not necessary to do the same thing right now, but this is kind of illustration how things are different now. And also, as a quick example of some other tactics that changed, I prepared for you a small quiz. There is a poll section on the right corner also. So there are some questions, and I will show you right now them on the slide. So let us play a small ESO quiz. Please vote on the poll section whether these statements are true or false. I have my phone here, so I will track these results. So the first one we get here is the app name in the App Store used to contain more than 100 characters. How do you think this statement is true or false? Please vote on the section there, or just write your answers in the chat section. Both ways are okay. So just a couple more seconds to allow you to vote. So the right answer here is true. So throwing back to 2016, when Apple introduced the new guidelines, the app name length used to be 255 characters long. Since the release of iOS 11, Apple gradually reduced this number of characters up to 50 and then up to 30 characters that we have now, but instead they grant it as a subtitle. So here on the slide, you can see the real screenshot of JetRadar app name that they used to have, I guess in 2016 actually. So you might see how many keywords they spotted in this app name, but unfortunately now we cannot do this. Moving forward, the next question here is, how do you think? Are these screenshots of Zillow app and Candy Crush Saga app pages real? Quick notice here, at Appfollow we have a wonderful design team, so please vote in the poll section here. How do you think? Are these screenshots real or not? I see some answers in the chat. Please bear with me a couple more seconds. And you ready for the correct answer? Here we have the real screenshots of Zillow application and Candy Crush Saga on the right, that we have now, but these screenshots were real. So featured graphic, or someone called it featured banner, is used to be placed at the top of the product page. So a couple of years ago, developers can experiment and actually A/B test with feature graphic a lot, because it actually played a huge role in terms of the conversion rate optimization. So take a look at the screenshots, how bright these feature graphics were. It even is more brighter than the screenshots. But now the situation has changed. So the featured banner or the featured graphic is still a mandatory field to fill out, because without this you cannot actually update your application or release a new one. But the only place where users can actually see this feature graphic is as a promo video coverage. So here on the right, you can see these two examples. The Candy Crush Saga has a video, so we can see this feature graphic as a coverage page. Just in case, please note that that stop screen that you choose in the YouTube while uploading the video inside your Google Play console will not be a coverage for your video. So the feature graphic would be a stop screen for you. So this for the second questions. Those who voted for true were correct. And the last but not the least question is right here. Let's imagine that we are the startup who is developing the new travel application. Here I briefly collected the set of keywords, which are, like you can see it on the screen, which are booking, hotels, Skyscanner, JetRadar, flight, hopper, Priceline, something, Omeo tickets. So how do you think the App Store keyword field for the travel app, so-called X, may look like this? Is it true or false? And be aware, this is a tricky question. Just a couple more seconds. I see the answers. Okay. So, as I said, this is a tricky question. So yes, actually the App Store keyword field may look like this, but let us take a look precisely on these, some of the competitor brand names. So here on the screenshot below, you can see the Priceline and Skyscanner. I'm sure that you're all familiar what these applications are. And as you can see, the popularity of these keywords is kind of high, so it's more than 50. But if we can see on the framed box, the number of applications that are ranked by these keywords is extremely low, considering their popularity and these size of these brands. So 51 and 27 applications are ranked by these keywords. What does it mean? Recently, I guess it's already more than a year, Apple introduced this new algorithm that allows to make this competition inside the App Store more fair. So speaking about the Google Play, it was never allowed to use any competitor brand names inside your textual metadata, because actually all the textual metadata is visual. Actually, we have same rules for the App Store. The app name, subtitle, these fields are definitely not allowed to use any competitor brand names. But we have this hidden gem with this, we have this hidden field of keywords that actually we can play around with it and put all the keywords that we find relevant and actual for the application. But we see now that Apple tried to shadow these things in terms of this competition things. So you still may use these keywords inside your textual metadata, but this is something that will not guarantee that you will rank by these keywords after. So please check out whether this brand is saved by Apple or not. So, and like probably there will be questions like how this process is going on. Apple has its internal algorithm, and if it finds your application relevant to the certain competitor, you will rank by these words. So it is something that is made for the competitions. Okay, so this quiz is not only the interactive part of our presentation, but also the illustration how industry had changed, and actually reflects that in some areas the ESO possibilities was cut. This is not something bad, because we luckily have some new things and new features that were introduced by Apple and Google. On the slide, there are just several listed, and I really like personally some of them in terms of the Google Play optimization as custom store listing. This is my passion personally. So the thing is that main point here is that reality is changing and we need to adapt for it. So as I said, the things became different, and the same we can say about the mobile marketing industry itself and its intent to the ESO. So I guess that the app marketing industry made a huge step forward. Thanks to ESO agencies, standalone ESO experts, we managed to prove the efficiency of the ESO as a user acquisition tactic and even more. Lots of great cases and success stories convinced many publishers to invest their resources in the ESO, which is definitely a good idea. But what we can see now is a bit different situation. As soon as I'm working on the platform side, day by day, I'm speaking with a lot of app publishers and developers, and the frequent request now we receive is that relates to the ESO as a silver bullet or the key to success. As a rough example, just imagine this startup, and they are asking us about whether we can create the App Store optimization to boost their traffic from the 0 point up to 10,000 installs per day, because the competitors have this installs plateau. And when we were asking about the other marketing activities that they were probably plan to conduct, there are none. So the ESO becomes the only thing what publishers rely on. And here we come to the question whether this is possible to acquire users with this zero marketing budget. And here I will pass my mic to my co-speaker today, Evgenia. She will share with us some cases and insights that they found inside the Valtteri application. Please, Evgenia, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Anna. I'm glad to see you here, guys. So my name is Jane Kavlikova, and I'm head of growth at Valtteri. And do you see me? Okay, nice. So Valtteri is a powerful health and fitness app that reads heartbeat data from your smartphone camera or from fitness trackers such as Apple Watch, Garmin, Samsung to give you deep body diagnostics. It also lets you sync other health and lifestyle data from your app and gadgets for even more insights about the way you live, work, sleep, and move. Design it as a narrative personalized feed. It provides you with daily health metrics, workouts, analytics, blood pressure interpretation, and so much more. It was a short story about Valtteri, but let's get down to the business. Our main channel for attracting new users is organic traffic from the App Store and Google Play. And you should know that we put a lot of effort in ESO, but we are always looking for new traffic sources such as paid ads. After all, advertising in many cases improves App Store optimization results. So, for example, if you want to improve your keyword ranks in App Store, I would recommend you to launch a campaign in the Apple Search Ads. How to do this in the right way? You should create a list of relevant keywords, check their keyword popularity. You can do this in the Apple Search Ads. Then calculate how many installs per day you need to buy for each of these keywords, run campaign, and voila, you will see the results in the few days. Next slide, please. Anna? Okay, thank you. Another example of the positive impact advertising can have on App Store optimization is the launch of Android app campaign in Google Ads. As you know, automated app campaigns display your app in Google Play search. And one of the parameters for determining which search query will display your application is metadata from the Google Play Developer Console. Title, subtitle, and full description. And the interesting that the more installs for a keyword come from ads, the higher your organic position will be. Next slide, please. So today I want to share with you our case study on the impact of Facebook ads on organic traffic in the App Store. We use Facebook ads as additional channel to attract new users and return current. And our case is about the US App Store. Next slide. So you can see that share of installs on average in October or December is about 15–20%. But this graph has two essential changes. The first one, that in November we launched almost no ads as we had technical problems with our application. And as you can see, we solved it. Yeah, and the second, that is since January, we have increased our advertising turnover and reached almost 43% of share. Thank you. Next slide. Yeah. This chart shows the period from October 2020 till February 2021, sorry, where the blue line is installs from Facebook ads, a yellow line is installs from browse traffic from the App Store, and red line is installs from the App Store search. And the numbers, what you see, show by how many times traffic increased or dropped. I'm using this graph to illustrate exactly how an increase or drop in installs from Facebook ads impact organic traffic. And as you can see, in November, our number of paid installs dropped 6-fold, almost 7-fold compared to October. Meanwhile, browse installs dropped 2-fold and installs from keyword searches decreased by just 25%. From that point on, the browse installs line trend falls in line with the Facebook ads trend. And when it comes to installs from keyword searches, there is also relationship with the number of Facebook ads, but it's not so strong as the one between browse installs and Facebook ads. And when I saw this chart first in the first time, I decided to find out exactly how we got this increase in the number of browse installs. And because we weren't featured on App Store in US, and our position in the health and fitness category remained unchanged. So it turned out that we were also being listed in similar apps for our competitors, as well as Apple Watch apps collections. Plus, I noticed that if you use visuals that match the app's features, functionality in your ads, you can create an aha wow moment, if you know what I mean. And it will be more viral than from organic traffic, because the ad content will make users more receptive to the app, and they will be more excited to share it with their friends, relatives, I don't know, and colleagues. Finally, I want to say that this user case shows that advertising can be one of the key points in your user base growth strategy. Next slide, the final slide. Yeah, so the takeaway here is, for developers of new apps, advertising is a very quick way to build a user base and get results for App Store optimization fast. And for apps that have been on the market for a while, advertising, it's important to keep in your mind that changes in ads can also impact organic traffic. So guys, experiment with advertising channels, track your impact on organic traffic, and don't forget about ROAS. Thank you.
Thanks, Evgenia, for such a nice insight. And actually, I would like to highlight here these similar apps. It's still kind of underestimated tactic and thing to, like, not all the ESO managers track, but this is a real source for the app, like in terms of the browse traffic. So please be aware that the similar apps should be relevant for your application. Either there is something wrong in your description and you probably need to fix it. But here I also want to share one brief case about this tight correlation between ESO and user acquisition activities. So here on the slide, I tried to post the video here, but I'm not sure that Zoom will like record it. So you can see here the screenshot from the user acquisition promo video that one of our clients, which is App Quantum, used for their dormant story promotion. So we can navigate here that there is an elevator and there is some things going on around these people things, etc. So I like to ask the question, so how do you think, which are from this screenshot you may see on the right, won this A/B test? So we conduct a serious A/B testing in different regions where App Quantum has these user acquisition campaigns with these promo videos, and we tested these screenshots as a first screenshot for inside the Google Play. So how do you think, which one won these tests? I see that you can write your answers in the chat or just like guess it. So not to waste the time, I will show you the correct answer here. The first screenshot won all the tests, and here is just an example of the results in the United States. So almost plus 14% to the current conversion rate to the installs was made during these tests. And actually, just a quick reminder here, we tested these creatives in different regions, and everywhere where App Quantum has these user acquisition campaigns, this screenshot won. So what does it mean? The screenshot below it actually reflects all the best practices for the gaming industry. The nice call to action slogan, the beautiful character in the front, so the eyes to the audience, all best practices are covered. But still, we see how industry is changing and how important it is to track all these funnels and test different things in terms of your conversion rate flow. So this is just a nice insight, I guess. Actually, the same thing we tested with the icon, and actually the same tactic works out. So like, not to be pessimistic here, coming back to our question about zero marketing budget tactics, here I want to share you 2 approaches which you still can use in terms of your promotions. So first case is Clubhouse. Go viral. So we all know the Clubhouse applications. For those who are not registered there, I still have 1 invite, so please feel free to ping me. I will share it with you. It's still like, I still have it. So the thing is that the Clubhouse story was an overnight success. It actually happened from all of a sudden, thanks to Elon Musk or whatever. These guys really managed to become a super viral. And actually, if we are like, take a look precisely on their App Store optimization level, is there something that have actually a lot of room for improvements? Take a look, they have only 1 screenshot, no subtitle. The ESO managers can just drop the mic here because they have more than 13 million installs already, according to Appenny's data, because this is kind of one source of reliable data in terms of these estimates of downloads. So you see that the App Store optimization level is kind of poor. Actually, the store performance index, this is metric that we use in AppFollow internally, is only 48% out of 100. So there are lots of things they can improve, but this is something they probably not invest their resources by now. Still, they are very popular and they have lots of installs. But we all know that there are 2 sides of 1 coin. So this is a one side, and here I will share you another case. For those who are not familiar with Periscope application, this is a streaming application which was published by Twitter in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. And this app was extremely popular among these bloggers or the ones who wanted to become a blogger. So this was also a kind of a viral history here. But here on the graph chart, you can see this trend in chart categories ranking in the US App Store. So we see that the trend is declining, and probably there is not much viral things to do with the Periscope right now, but they invested lots of resources in their App Store optimization, and I'm sure in some user acquisition campaigns. So that's why they are still have some success there. But this is something you need to understand, like viral today, keep going on for tomorrow, continue developing your product, introduce new features, invest your resources in marketing. But this tactic is still working. And the second approach I have for you, please take a look at this slide. What do these screenshots have in common? Take a look. We have here 3 different huge established business. First one from the left is Tinder, which is related to dating vertical. The middle one is FX Pro, who is one of the largest Forex brokers right now. And the third screenshot is made from the eBay mobile landing page. How do you think? What is common for this screenshot? You may discuss this inside the chat also. So let us take a look at these framed boxes. The thing is that all these 3 big companies introduce this easiest access to the mobile applications inside their mobile web landing pages. So take a look at the Tinder. They have this button, which is definitely customized by either you have Android phone or iPhone. So I have actually iPhone. So here, if I press this button, I will automatically redirect to the App Store. The same is related to the FX Pro and eBay companies. They have these smart banners, which are extremely useful if you want to convert your users, your web users to the application. So this web to app promotion is extremely important. And actually, like, now we are entering this post-IDFA era, so this channel is becoming more and more popular. And please be aware that this traffic channel is really easy to use, and it's definitely worth to try, because we all know that some metrics of the applications and web services really differs in terms of the retention rate, daily amount of users, etc. So sometimes it's better to guide your users to the mobile application. It doesn't depend if you are new to market or already established business. Everyone can use these tactics. And also we have a huge advantage here with other promotion methods for the mobile landings as CEO or also some user acquisition campaigns. So the main key takeaways here, I would suggest that ESO is extremely powerful part of app marketing. You can really, first of all, of course, acquire organic users. Secondly, cut your cost for the user acquisition, and many things as well, testing hypotheses and like trying out some ideas. Combining all user acquisition methods and measuring the whole marketing cycle is a win strategy. So coming back to our question, there is no marketing approach, like zero marketing approach anymore. You need to invest your resources in a smart way. So this is it from our side. Please feel free to contact us in any social networks like LinkedIn or whatever, Facebook. We will be very happy to discuss with you some things if you still have some questions. And I guess we still have a Q&A section now. James, will you help us here a bit?
Sure. Do you want to just turn your screen share off? Yeah.
Just did it.
Great. Okay, so here we are. Now, I'm just going to wait for everyone else to catch up. So if anyone has any questions, please drop them in and we'll get to them now. I thought it's a great session. It's great to have all the interactivity, and love the quiz. So, and it's a really interesting case study from Jane. Really enjoyed that. So I had a quick question, which is the Clubhouse example that you had, where I couldn't believe that they had one screenshot. Would they see any uplift if they had the full, maybe not like 90% on your index, but had a few more screenshots, or would it made no difference?
So I guess this is a very nice question in terms of usually we have this contradiction about this brand awareness and just like generic ESO flows. So as soon as Clubhouse is kind of viral thing right now, and users still like manually searching for this application inside the stores, probably if they will improve the store page, this will not affect those users who are already familiar with this Clubhouse thing. But there is a huge audience behind this who are not who didn't even heard about this Clubhouse thing. And this audience, they definitely can cover with keyword optimization, some user acquisition campaigns, and also, of course, experimenting with graphic assets and to putting their key benefits on the screenshot. So for those who already know what Clubhouse is, probably they will not affect this audience, but there might be a huge uplift for those who are not familiar with this Clubhouse effect.
Got it. And Jane, there was quite a lot of discussion about this relationship. That was amazing data you shared there about the relationship between ad spend and organic. And people are sort of debating at some length. We had, I think, Sven from Tilting Point, a few others talking about it. Is this a direct, is it almost Apple has this kind of direct mechanism in place, or is it kind of indirect? What's the, why is this relationship happening?
I would say that Apple, of course, will not say that, okay, guys, if you invest more, then I will increase your ranks or include you in some categories. No, it is not, but as I can see, this is true. And unfortunately, if you stop all your marketing activities and if you don't have any viral mechanics, that then you will, I don't know, fall down, and this is horrible. And the same story with Google Play, but Google Play, they understand that users should be involved in the app. That's why they track how many users return in the app, how many users delete the application, so on and so on. So I think it's our future that we should invest, plan, and track all of our activities.
Got it, great. And Charlotte has an interesting app called App Trippers. I guess it's a travel app, and she is asking, this was on the Tinder example, I think, or was it the eBay one with, how do you set up those banners? Is that something we set up on the stores or just dev work on the website?
So yeah, I got this question. This smart banners feature is introduced by MMP platforms as AppsFlyer, Adjust. Not sure if other platforms has this thing. So they basically use this option with customized like rating, icon, app name things, and you can implement the banner via these platforms. So this is nothing that you can, this is not the thing that you can do, for example, inside the App Store console or Google Play console.
Okay, great. Hopefully that answers your question, Charlotte. And Mohammed, who is working in ESO at a casual games company, he's asking, he was asking about the difference between ROI, return on investment, and return on ad spend.
Okay, I can answer. It's a good question. I can say that ROI, it's your all expenses, including your salaries, I don't know, SaaS expenses, and so on, so on. If we talk about ROIs, that it's just your budget. And for example, it can be, I don't know, maybe an agency fee, that's all. But you should track all of these metrics because you need to understand, is it real to get more money from this channel or not? Yeah.
Got it. Okay, and Anna, and feel free to chime in, Jane. You sort of message of this talk has been this close link between ad spend and organic traffic, and obviously AppFollow has made its name in the ASO space. You're head of ASO consulting, so how is this kind of changing the way your platform and your tool and your services operate then?
So like, if I correctly understood your question, like AppFollow is not something that relates to these user acquisition campaigns. So it's like we do not have such features when you can run these campaigns inside of our platform, but we fully support all these further analytical paths. For example, if you want to like check out all these conversions, we do have these features, and of course we have full analytical tools for the measurement of your ESO activities, actually like any other ones. So we provide more analytical features for this area.
Okay, so it's kind of the analytics side is linked with the ASO side. Got it. Great. Okay, well, we've had a lot of interactivity so far in this session. The quiz was great. I probably should have let you know there's a 20-second delay in the video stream, but we still managed to make it work, and it was great. Everyone, thanks for answering all the polls, and that was really fun. I think we should do that again in future. That was good to do that. So, and we've had a lot of debate around this paid and organic link. So, you know, thanks so much, and thanks Jane for joining us on stage today as well.
Thank you for having us once again. Hope to see you offline soon. And thank you all of you for joining. I hope it was an interesting session for you guys.
Thank you, James. Thank you, Anna. And it was a big pleasure to attend this here. So let's see you next year with new cases.
Yep, definitely. Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.